Well, you guys, it's Friday. Oh my God, we made it through an entire week of AMI lessons. All right, so we've made it through our first week. There's some things I want you to know. One, the song's cool. Public Journey. Fat Boy Slim. You want to check it out later? You can look it up on YouTube. I kind of feel like this today. Fat Boy Slim, The Journey. Check it out. It's a good one. Okay, so we've made it to our last day of our first week. I want you to know I'm proud of you. I know a lot of you, this has been hard because you have just kind of had to do a lot of stuff on your own. I hope the videos that I've made have been helping you. Please give me some feedback about that. You can send me an email or put something in Google Classroom. Let me know if I'm doing okay, if they are helping. I miss y'all a bunch. My life just doesn't have the routine that includes you. So I do miss seeing y'all every single day. I miss that routine a bunch. But I know our safety is more important. So because I care about you and all the people in the community of Rogers, I think we're doing the right thing staying home. Okay, let me move myself. Please email me if you have not communicated with me or leave me a message in Google Classroom. It is not too late. You have got to touch base with me if you have any means of doing so. Please try to do that. I would like to work with you and help you from home. And I can maybe help get some resources to you if you need those. But again, if I don't know, I can't help you. I feel horrible for those of you who don't have any technology right now. I have been voicing that concern on social media, so maybe one of our internet providers will come to the rescue for us. Okay, today's assignment, so I'll get off here really quick because I know some of y'all are watching the nice hour-long video from yesterday. Wow, that was a long one. Again, split that up if you need to. Watch it in like 2 segments or watch it in 3 segments, and then go and answer your questions. Again, you can answer the questions in that Pearson Realize document or the Google form. So either way for yesterday. These are the assignments that we've been doing. So just so, like if you need to get caught up or something, we've had 3 days of assignments so far, and then we'll have today. So a grand total of 4. We started on Tuesday, March the 17th. It was St. Patrick's Day. We did some introductory material. On Tuesday or Wednesday, we read a story called Gone and Back Again. You know, if you can just watch that video even and send me a summary through email, that would work, depending on your situation and what you have access to. Again, I can help you guys. Just you gotta communicate with me. Yesterday is when we did this really long one. It's called The Return. This is the one I would probably split up into 2 segments. Look at me typing while I do it. I'm so talented. Okay, so read The Return, split into 2 segments. Today, easy day. We're going to do a Google Doc, and we're going to just write about a topic, specifically lessons, because that's what our essay is going to be about when we get to the end of this unit. So, again, here's what we've done so far. If you need to take a picture of this, make sure you're on board here. When you're in Google Classroom, dates are important. There's a video for March 17th. There's a video for March 18th. There's a video for yesterday and today. And then there's today's. The one on the very first day was just, hey, I'm making videos. Help me. Okay, today we're going to do some writing. This is going to be your assignment. It will be a Google Doc, and it's going to be about a journey, specifically a quarantine journey. We're going to write about 2 lessons that we've learned during this week. Okay? Things that you need to make sure you include. We have gone over these in class, so I feel certain you're going to be fine. Include a topic sentence for each paragraph. Tell your reader what the lesson's going to be. So if you've learned about, here, let me just spray the air. If you've learned about patience, if you've learned a new game, if you've learned how to do math on your own, if you've learned that working by yourself is a challenge, if you've learned how to cook something new, you had to be resourceful. So you learned a new dish with hot dogs and corn and ketchup. I don't know, something like that. So tell me what you've learned, and then give me an example of that lesson. Like, what was the circumstance where you learned that lesson? Kind of give me some details there. And then finally, conclude that bad boy. Sort of drive it home for your audience. Wrap it up here. If this is your first paragraph, then this sentence needs to transition to the next paragraph. If this is your last paragraph, then you need to truly wrap her up. I want you to try to stretch your writing. Use parallel structure and a metaphor. And then you're just going to put your little cursor right here and type away like that. I mean, you're going to type words, but there you go. So that's your assignment today. I have an example for you. I don't think I used a metaphor though. So let me put myself away, and we'll try to do that real quick. This week we have been quarantined because of the coronavirus. While experiencing difficulties with technology, I learned to be patient. There's my lesson right there. I learned to be patient. Now I need to give you an example. So notice this is in different font. For example, my work would not save, and I would have to redo things multiple times. This made it difficult to do an already difficult job. I found that if I stepped away for a few minutes and redirected my attention to something else, then I could return to the assignment and try again with more patience. So here's my example, again in different font. And then I need to drive it home, but I've also got to transition to this next paragraph. So learning to have more patience with technology has been important, but it isn't the only lesson I've learned. The other lesson I've learned, so notice how this lesson, and then I mention it right here, the other lesson I've learned is about civic responsibility. Civic, meaning my community. Like when we take the course civics, we're learning about government. So civic responsibility is my responsibility to my city. The other lesson I've learned about is civic responsibility. Here's my example. The quarantine has asked us to voluntarily isolate ourselves. This is hard to do. I like people, shopping, and restaurants. So here's my example of how I've learned to have to tell myself no and be responsible. And then now I have to wrap it up. I've realized that as an active member of a community, you have to be concerned for others. So I need to put a metaphor in here. I didn't do that. Let me think of where I could put that. We could do something like, let's do something here. The quarantine has asked us to voluntarily isolate ourselves. Let's do a simile, which is related to a metaphor, like a bear in hibernation. Again, it's a simile because I said like. So we can alter this because it's our assignment. We can do it whatever we want to. So we can say metaphor or simile. Okay? And that way you can use the like or as if you have to. It kind of opens it up there for a little more. So like a bear in hibernation. Woo! I'm back. Okay, so here's your examples. If that helps, great. Next week is spring break. I don't want you to do any work over spring break. And I want you to take some time to de-stress, do some things that you really care about. My husband's spying on me. Some things that you really care about, like read, fish, hike, relax, game. Other than that, I'll see you on March 30th. Stay safe. Miss Ritchie loves you and misses you.